Hello everyone, what's up? Welcome back to The Alchemist. My name is Pahul, and if I'm audible and visible, please write you in the chat box. You know the drill, yes? तो बताओ दोस्तों, what's going on? Yeah, so this class, as some people are debating in the chat box, it's mainly for people who've just learned electrophilic aromatic substitution and want to know the advanced cases in that. If you are a JEE advanced aspirant, then maybe this class will be useful for you because there are some concepts that are a little uncommon that we're going to discuss today. But if you've prepared properly for JEE advanced, then this should not be something new to you. ठीक है, तो जो भी है, we'll try to do the best we can today. And for those of you who attended my previous class on electrophilic aromatic substitution, it will be very good for you as a continuation of that. Okay, fine, chalo. So dosto, before we begin talking about electrophilic aromatic substitution, once again a few announcements I have to make. We have an offer running on the mega combo, yeah, where you can get the Unacademy Plus subscription of IIT JEE and CBSE both, so you will have access to a lot more teachers, a lot more content, which will help you both for your IIT JEE and your board syllabus. Fine. And right now we are running very good offers on it. You can see that there are extra offers running apart from the usual 10% we give. Okay, so in case you want to enroll into this, then you should definitely use the code PAHUL. The links are in the description box down below. Using the code PAHUL will ensure that you get all the discounts. Fine. And my team has told me that from the 1st of October the prices are supposed to rise. So in case you are someone who wishes to make the investment into Unacademy's Plus platform and get the advantage over everyone else, then you should enroll in it right now. The code once again is the same. That's my name, PAHUL, Pahul, and that will ensure you get the maximum possible discount on the Unacademy's Plus subscription, which by the way is one of India's best offerings in online education because we've got an amazing repository of teachers on the platform. You will be able to learn live from people like N. Awasthi sir, DC Pandey sir, MS Chauhan sir. If you join the Unacademy Plus subscription, you'll also be able to access all the study material that all these teachers share. Yeah, so it's going to be a really amazing experience for you and really helpful for your preparation. Therefore, if you want to go for, let's say, 12 months, the cost is less than 3,000 a month, which is a very reasonable offering, right? In case you want to enroll, use the code PAHUL to get the maximum possible discount. And there are batches that we keep starting every single week. Okay, last week we started a batch, last week we started a batch, this week from 29th we are starting new batches. Okay, fine. So these batches are for 11th class, 12th class droppers, and lots of new droppers batches especially are going to start because that's the need of the hour right now. And in case you decide to take the Plus subscription, let me tell you, there's a better offering as well, which is known as the Iconic subscription. And the thing is that in the Iconic subscription, you get a personal mentor along with all the benefits of the Plus subscription. So you can get personal guidance. Okay, study planning will be taken care of. In case you want to go for the Iconic subscription, these are the prices. Of course, a little higher than the Plus subscription because you're getting a personal mentor, right? And again, the code that you use for the best possible price is PAHUL. Yeah. And in case there is anything inappropriate in any of our videos, you can report that using the links in the description box down below. If you are the first one to report anything specific that is inappropriate, you'll be able to win a prize as well. Fine. Chalo. So starting today's class with a question. Try this out. Okay. Try to do this question. This is interesting. This is from electrophilic aromatic substitution. Okay. यहाँ पे मैं hint दे देता हूँ. This is like reverse electrophilic aromatic substitution, or you can think, okay, or you can think that H positive is the electrophile. Fine. ऐसा सोच सकते हो. This is a hint for you. Try it out. Once you're done, just write done in the chat box. Then I will also try to explain to you what is happening over here and why. Okay. Jayesh, it will take some time, bro, since we are going into it in entire depth. I estimate somewhere in the month of December we'll be able to complete it. Okay. और बताओ भाई, did you try? Yes, people. That's okay, Rosat. All the best for your exams. Yo, Ritik, what's up, man? Yeah, Ritik, of course you know the question. Sensation education, cool bro. Chalo, kar liya try, very nice. So, people, another hint over here that I can give you, okay, that this guy, this entire guy, will act, say, like a leaving group. Okay, so let me show you what the product will look like over here. And once I draw the product for you, then I will try to explain to you how that product gets formed. The product that we observe over here in this particular case is this. This is the product. If I want to make it a little more obvious to you, then if this hydrogen, we color it in yellow, this is where the yellow hydrogen is. And my dear friends, you would essentially get Si, CH3, CH3, CH3 and something like this on the side, or you can simply imagine it having a positive charge as well. It can satisfy its positive charge using something else from the solution itself. Okay, fine. So something like this is formed. My dear friends, this is like reverse electrophilic aromatic substitution. Over here what is happening is that this pair of electrons attacks the proton. The Wieland complex or the arenium ion that we have over here will contain a hydrogen here and a positive charge here, isn't it? To remove this positive charge, what happens is the silicon gives the electrons to carbon and leaves away. So it's like instead of hydrogen leaving and electrophile attacking, hydrogen attacks and the big group that would be an electrophile in a usual case, leaves from the benzene ring. Okay, this particular case is also known as the case of ipso substitution. Fine. Ipso substitution is the case where instead of hydrogen, something else is replaced. When something else is replaced of hydrogen, in place of hydrogen, it is known as ipso substitution. Okay, so this is a special case that can be asked directly in the examination, because in the examination, of course, they have to complicate something to check whether you have proper knowledge or not. This is one of the complications that might be asked in the examination. Okay, now this one, people, can you try to predict what is the answer over here? Once again, this is also ipso substitution. Okay, this is also ipso substitution, and the hint for ipso substitution all the time, okay, whenever you have ipso substitution, this is what the reaction will look like. They will simply give you H positive to do the reaction with. The hint of ipso substitution is find the leaving group, okay, find leaving group that makes, okay, that makes a stable carbocation. That's what you have to find. Okay. Introvert, bro, the classes that I am taking are applicable both for JEE students and NEET students. It's just that for YouTube titles, my team puts JEE just like that. Yeah, because technically speaking, I'm a JEE educator, but all the classes that I'm taking are applicable for NEET students as well. Same to same. Okay, the syllabus of NEET and JEE organic chemistry is absolutely equal. Alrighty. Sensation education, chalo, thank you, bro. Janardhan, no, that's not correct, brother. It is an ipso substitution. Basically, एक और hint दे देता हूँ. You have three groups over here. This can be a leaving group, okay? This can be a leaving group, and this can be a leaving group. Now, out of these three, think which of these groups will make the most stable carbocation. And Johan is saying, so in this case, leaving group would be a bulky group. Yes, because bulkier group will stabilize the carbocation better, isn't it? So if you have, let's say, this is a group, this is group A, this is group B, and this is group C. Which of these groups, when it leaves and forms a carbocation, will form a better carbocation? Bhagyaraj, yes, organic chemistry, I will be continuing on this channel further as well. Okay. Janesh is saying, acha, the one with oxygen. Okay. Janesh, think, is it a stable carbocation? Is this ever a stable carbocation? ये तो बन ही नहीं सकता ना. This can't happen. Okay. And Johan is saying C is the most stable. Yes, absolutely. This case, what will happen is the carbocation you will form is a 3-degree carbocation. People, this is one of the most stable carbocations, isn't it? 3-degree carbocation. It is one of the most stable carbocations that we find in organic chemistry, right? So the product that will be formed over here is, just a second, double bond O, single bond, pH is what? Benzene, yeah, and this CH3 is also over here. This is where you put your new hydrogen. Just to color code the things for you, this is where you've put the new hydrogen, and your carbocation CCH3 thrice with a positive charge has come out as a leaving group. Alrighty? ठीक है जी. So this is how to do ipso substitution. It might sound a little difficult in the beginning, it might look a little counterintuitive, but now that you've seen the reactions, it'll be very easy for you to recognize these patterns in the exam as well. ठीक है? चलो, let's do one more question now. Let's do one more question over here, and in this question as well, what you have to do, just to give you the hint already, this is also ipso substitution. This is also a case of ipso substitution, a very typical, a very classic case of ipso substitution, and something like this I have discussed with you in the previous class as well. Janesh is saying, can we also say the bulky group won't leave easily? Janesh, it is the case of ipso substitution. So over there, the bulky group, since it's leaving in the positive charge, it can leave easier. Okay, it won't be that difficult. ठीक है, हुआ कुछ ट्राई किया, फाइन. सो फर्स्ट थिंग ओवर हियर दैट वी हैव टू डू is recognize what is the type of electrophilic aromatic substitution being done over here. Janesh is pointing out correctly that this is nitration. Yeah, since this is nitration, what is the electrophile that we are looking at? The electrophile will be NO2 positive. That's the electrophile that's going to attack. Now, where will it attack? And as I've already told you, it's ipso substitution. Which of these groups are the best as a leaving group? Does OH want to carry a positive charge? Does a CH3 want to carry a positive charge? Or does an SO3H want to carry a positive charge? Which one of these wants to carry a positive charge? Ipso substitution means you have to substitute something apart from the hydrogen. So which of these would be better carrying a positive charge? And let me remind you, SO3H can already act as an electrophile, isn't it? SO3H can already act as an electrophile. Bhagya, do you remember? In the previous class, we had understood that in the case of sulfonation, SO3, yeah, can act as a very nice electrophile, although it doesn't directly act like this, but you can imagine it to act like this, isn't it? Fine. So once again, my dear friends, over here in the case of ipso substitution, the nitro group, okay, the nitro group will go and replace the SO3H group over here. It's a very common case of ipso substitution. This is something that you can expect in the examination. Okay, ये तो directly पूछा जाएगा. Whenever JEE has asked about ipso substitution, this is the case where the nitro group is substituting the SO3H group. Okay, sulfonic acid group जो है, that will be replaced by a nitro group over here. As simple as that. Bus. Okay, Ankush is saying anything on this channel for foundation? Ankush, so the thing is that you can start watching the classes of mine from 11th class onwards. Okay, so the very first chapter of 11th class, you start watching the classes from there. There is a series on this channel called Series for J 2023. You can start watching it from the beginning of atomic structure. That will be good. Bhagya, no bro, no need to be sorry. See, whenever you make mistakes, people, it is an opportunity for you to learn. So don't be shy or afraid to make mistakes, because if you make mistakes right now, it's okay. If you make mistakes in the examination later on, then that's not okay. So abhi galat karoge, chalega, bahut badhiya. Nice. This is also done. Okay. Ab ye batao. We take our very good friend naphthalene. Yeah, why do I call it a good friend? Because we put naphthalene balls inside our cupboards, and that prevents our sweaters from being eaten by moths. Yeah. Bhagya, yes man, ask it out. Go for it. Kevin bro, ipso substitution is the case where hydrogens are replaced by another electrophiles. Oh, sorry, something apart from hydrogens is replaced by another electrophile. So we have just done multiple cases of ipso substitution. Over here, H positive acts as an electrophile, replaces the SiCH3 whole thrice group. Okay, trimethyl silicon. Over here, H positive replaces the trimethyl carbocation. Over here, NO2 positive replaces the SO3H. Fine. So just a few cases of ipso substitution. And now we have oleum. Alrighty. So oleum, absolutely, Durga is saying SO3H acts as an electrophile over here. So this is sulfonation. Of course, we are just doing sulfonation over here. Now the question is, where will we do the sulfonation? We are carrying out sulfonation in this particular case, but at what position do we do the sulfonation? Yeah. These are two equivalent aromatic rings. Don't think of them as two different rings, by the way. These are two equivalent aromatic rings because this is the resonating structure, isn't it? So there are multiple positions available for you to attack. There is position 1 and there is position 2. Can you see? These are the only two positions available for you to attack. Yeah. Rupali, no, this is not for 11th class. This is for 12th class students who have already understood electrophilic aromatic substitution reaction. And that is something that I've covered in the previous class that happened on Monday. So there are only these two positions where the attack can happen. Okay, over here also attack can happen, but that is very difficult, yeah, because there's already a lot of, you have to get inside the structure to do the attack. It's a little difficult, yeah. यहाँ पे करना चाहोगे, so it's very difficult because there's a lot of crowd over there already, and then if you do it over here, then carbon क्या बन जाएगा, pentavalent बन जाएगा. So the only two good positions for attack over here are 1 and 2. ठीक है. So the products that you will be getting, let me try to make those products as well. मैं वो product भी बना दूंगा, and then there is something very unique that I will tell you about such reactions today, and you will be fascinated to know about them as well. SO3H, this is one of the products, and my dear friends, there is another product which is formed at position number 2, isn't it? So position 2 pe, if I put the SO3H, this is the other product. Very nice. Now the interesting thing that we observe, okay, the interesting thing that we observe over here is that the first compound is the major compound if I do the reaction at 80 degrees Celsius. The first compound is the major compound if we do the reaction at 80 degrees Celsius, okay? But if I try to do the reaction at 160 degrees Celsius, then this is the major product, okay? Guna, bro, electrophilic aromatic substitution is the full form of EAS. It is a class that we have already covered on Monday, previous week, okay? Today is just the extension of that particular class, okay? So last week we have done the basics class of electrophilic aromatic substitution. I think on Monday or Wednesday, you just go through the videos of this channel, and building on to that class is today's class, that is advanced level. If you're new to the channel, subscribe and watch the older videos as well. Alrighty. Johan is saying lesser the temperature, more stable the product. Not exactly correct, bro. Rupali will start thermodynamics very soon. Otherwise, you can just go to YouTube and search for Paul Sir Thermodynamics. You will definitely get some videos of mine. Okay. Obama DU, bro, I request you to ask me this question towards the end of the class so that we don't kill the decorum of the class that is going on right now. Okay. Chalo. Ram, advanced exam ke liye, bro, there's just 1 week remaining, so you can't do anything new or anything special right now. Just keep solving advanced level questions to practice every day so that you don't lose touch. Okay, chalo. So my dear friends, now there's something very interesting over here, which is known as, there's a very interesting concept in chemistry, and I will teach you that right now. Let me go to an empty page. I have a few more questions for you, of course. Yeah. There's a very interesting concept over here in chemistry known as the, I'll go to the next page in case I need something for the questions. यहाँ पे करते हैं. Thermodynamic, okay, thermodynamic versus kinetic product. Very important point of organic chemistry that we have to understand right now. JEE Advanced will ask questions on this concept because it's a little advanced, okay? तो बहुत ज़रूरी है इसको समझना. It's very important for us to understand. देखो, my dear friends, what's the most stable thing that you want to do in life right now? Like, what will be the best thing ever? The best thing ever would be getting AIR1, isn't it? Best thing ever would be to get AIR1 in JEE Advanced and get into IIT Bombay CS. Brilliant. You will get a lot of prizes, lots of cash money, lots of compliments, great branch in IIT Bombay, pride for the rest of your life. Brilliant situation, yeah. AIR1. But will all of us get AIR1? No. Only one of us will get AIR1, isn't it? A lot of us will fight for it as well, isn't it? But the thing is, some of you, or I think most of you, in the back of your mind would be, Acha, AIR1, I'm studying, studying is very difficult, too much to study. Okay, what I'll do is I will study lesser so that I can get into IIT. The most stable situation is getting an AIR1, but you are not putting a lot of effort into it because it's too much effort. You are getting tired because of the effort. It's very difficult for you. So it's easier and faster for you to just do something and get some rank in JEE Advanced so that you can get into some IIT. Or coming further, maybe you're like, "Arey, JEE Advanced to hoga nahi." What I'll do is I'll prepare only for JEE Main. There are a lot of students who ask me, "Sir, I have to crack only JEE Main, sir. What is the book I should follow for JEE Main?" What is happening over there? Just because it is easy for you to crack JEE Main than JEE Advanced, you're like, okay, let's leave JEE Advanced, let's do only JEE Main. Getting my idea? There is something that is stable, which everyone wants, but the effort to reach that stable part is very difficult, so you choose the easier way. We do this sometime or the other in life. I gave you an example of the examination because it's easy to relate to. Similarly, my dear friends, in organic chemistry, in reactions, in any sort of chemical reaction, most of the times, okay, or in these specific cases, there are two pathways that are possible. One pathway leads to the most stable product. Okay, one pathway leads to the most stable product, but that pathway is very difficult. It needs a lot of energy. There is another pathway which leads to a product that is not very stable, but still this pathway is very easy to achieve. Jaldi se ho jayega. Fine. So right now, my dear friends, there are two pathways over here, and later on I'll tell you which one of these is called thermodynamic and which one of these is kinetic. Okay. Pathway number one, the 80°C pathway, all right, is giving you which product? Is giving you the product that is substituted in the position number 1 as we wrote on the previous page. Now, my dear friends, I hope you realize, and instead of drawing it over here, I can draw it over here as well. Same thing. Yeah, just flip the structure, same thing. So, do you realize that SO3H is a very huge group? Yeah, do you realize it's a very huge group? चलो थोड़ा और अच्छे से बनाऊंगा इसको मैं अगर. It's a very huge group. It has a lot of spread. And at the same time, I am sure you know that there's a hydrogen over here. What do you notice? You notice over here that there is a lot of repulsion. Yeah, there is a bunch of repulsion over here. Or I can also call it steric hindrance, isn't it? So there is steric hindrance in this particular product. Therefore, I can write that this product is not that stable. But the thing is, 80°C versus 160°C. 80°C is lower energy, so you would put lesser effort. 160°C is higher energy. You have a lot of energy. You can put more effort. Yes. Lower temperature, since you don't have a lot of energy, you can't put a lot of effort because you don't have enough energy to do the reaction. Okay. Higher temperatures, you have a lot of energy. You have the chance or you have the capability of putting as much effort as you want. Low temperature, less effort. High temperature, more effort. Simple. Okay. So over here, since this is being formed at 80°C, which is the lesser temperature compared to 160, this particular product obviously is easier to form. So even though it is not the most stable product, it is easier to form. And why is it easier to form is the next question that a lot of you might be asking. Yeah, we'll answer the why in a little while. थोड़ी देर में I will tell you why this is easier to form. Okay, let me just make the product of 160° as well over here for you. Yeah, so 160°C पे the product that I am forming is more stable because over here there is no steric hindrance that is observed. Okay, over here, if I have my SO3H over here, it's already far apart from all the other hydrogens that are there in the structure. So this particular compound is more stable compared to the other one. And at the same time, the thing is, it is more difficult to make. Okay, it is more difficult to make. Again, the question over here arises, why? In order to understand the why, my dear friends, what we should do is we should try to figure out the Meisenheimer complex, isn't it? What's the most difficult step of the electrophilic aromatic substitution reaction? The most difficult step of the electrophilic aromatic substitution reaction is the formation of the Wieland complex. I'm sorry if I said Meisenheimer. Yeah. Is the formation of the Wieland complex, is the formation of the rhenium ion. So in both of these cases, let's try to make the rhenium ions. Okay. So 80 degree case mein, let's try to form the rhenium ion. You have your naphthalene over here. Just a second. ठीक है, ये अपन ने बना दिया इस तरह से. And what I'm doing over here is SO3H with a positive charge. Effectively, this is the nucleophile, electrophile. You know the exact mechanism from the previous class, of course. So electron will get polarized over here. This will capture the SO3H, and the rhenium ion that you get over here looks something like this. ठीक है, यहाँ पे आ जाएगा आपके पास SO3H. There will be a positive charge over here, and then there is this particular type of a structure, isn't it? इस तरह का structure हो जाएगा. Yes. Now, at the same time, can you try to create the rhenium ion for the 160 degree attack? We can try to do that also. वो भी कर सकते हैं, करते हैं, देखते हैं कुछ change आता है कि नहीं. Let's try to see if the rhenium ion for the 160 degree temperature case looks something different. इससे क्या बन जाएगा? You will get a positive charge over here, SO3H over here, alright? SO3H is almost in the screen, so I'm sure you understand what I've drawn. Yeah. And where will you get the double bond? Over here. Now, in these two cases, do you notice the difference? Let me show you the difference in these two cases. My dear friends, the left side ring is the same in both the cases. Left side ring is same in the both cases. So let's just try to notice the difference in the right side ring in both the cases. In the right hand side ring, notice the first case. The carbocation in the right hand side ring has some resonance in the right hand side ring as well. Of course, overall it is extended conjugation, but looking at just the right hand side ring, carbocation has conjugation with the right hand side ring as well. In the second case, carbocation does not have any conjugation with the double bond over here. It has to go through benzene if it has to approach that particular double bond essentially. So do you realize in terms of resonance, the first structure is slightly better? I can point it out over here very obviously that there is better, just a second, there is better conjugation in the first case. Yeah, so this is the 80 degrees Celsius mechanism, this is the 160 degrees Celsius mechanism. At 80 degrees Celsius, the rhenium ion that you're getting has a better conjugation, therefore it is a little more stable. The rhenium ion is a little more stable, okay? On the other hand, at 160 degrees Celsius, the rhenium ion is a little more unstable. This is the reason why. This is the reason why the case of 80 degrees Celsius is faster and the case of 160 degrees Celsius is a little slower. But since you have enough energy, you can reach that particular point. It's because of the rhenium ions. See, in organic chemistry, whenever you are making the product, the intermediate does not really know what the product will look like. The intermediate just wants to know about its own stability. Intermediate over here is better at 80 degrees Celsius. It's the faster intermediate. It's giving you the unstable product, but it's the faster intermediate. It's the easy job. Yeah. At 160 degrees Celsius, the final product is more stable, but the intermediate doesn't know that. Only when you give it enough energy, when it has the opportunity to go to the product and realize, oh, I have formed an unstable product, then you can form the more stable product because you have enough energy to go towards that particular product. Let me try to explain this to you in the form of a diagram as well. Okay, this is a representative diagram, not exactly 100% correct a diagram, but this will help you understand the concept very well. Okay, it's something like this. If this is the reaction coordinate, if this is the reaction coordinate, and this is the energy, fine. I'm drawing the energy profile of this particular reaction. So you start with naphthalene, okay? You start with your good old naphthalene in the middle, fine. Iski energy yahan pe. Now there are two products that you can form. One product is a little unstable, okay? So chalo kuch aisa karte hain. Yeah. Again, this is just representative, okay? I'm not pointing out that this is what will happen. It's just representative for you to understand exactly how the reaction works, okay? So let's say this is the energy level of the reactant. One of the products is somewhere over here, let's say. Okay? This is one of the products. The other product is much more stable, okay? What's the product that I've drawn on the left hand side? The product I've drawn on the left hand side is the faster product, but the more unstable product. The product that I've drawn on the right hand side is the most stable product of sulfonation. Now, my dear friends, the difference in these two will be in terms of their activation energies. To reach the left hand side product, it's very easy. To reach the right hand side product, on the other hand, it is very difficult. Yeah, do you understand? This is the activation energy for the first reaction mechanism. This is the activation energy for the second reaction mechanism, isn't it? Yeah. You are able to reach the lower activation energy at lower temperature. You are able to reach the higher activation energy at higher temperature and then reach the main product. Yeah, यहाँ मैं लिख भी दूंगा. This is 80 degrees Celsius major and this is the 160 degrees Celsius major product. Now do you understand a little better? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you understand a little better now how it works. That in the case of SO3H at 80 degrees Celsius, activation energy is lesser. In the other case, activation energy is quite higher, even though it's forming the most stable product. Alrighty, understood? आ गया समझ why it happens? Okay, so now my dear friends, kinetic product versus thermodynamic product. Kinetic means speed, okay? Kinetic means speed. The product that is formed because of higher speed, that is easier to form, or I can write over here, it is faster to form, okay? Since we are talking about speed over here, we will call this the kinetic product or kinetically controlled product. Okay, just a second. This will be called the kinetic control product because this product is formed because its speed of formation is better. Activation energy is lesser, right? The other product that we have, which is the more stable product, although it is slower, it's more difficult to make, it takes a lot more time. This product is known as the thermodynamically controlled product. Okay, this particular product is known as the thermodynamic product or thermodynamically controlled product. Thermodynamics, the stability of the structure, the enthalpy change of the reaction is deciding this reaction. In the first case, activation energy is deciding that particular reaction. Fine. Tanay, it's better if you can remember it. Yeah. So this is just one of the cases of thermodynamic versus kinetic control. There will be one more case when you would be trying to substitute, I think, a bromine onto an alkene, which is a conjugated alkene. So wahan pe bhi there is a case of kinetic versus thermodynamic product. It's there in alkyl halides chapter. We'll do that later. Okay. So there are multiple cases in which this thermodynamic versus kinetic control product comes into picture, and I've seen in JEE Advanced there have been times when they've asked about thermodynamic versus kinetic product in a passage question. Yeah, so involving this knowledge in the passage question, you need to understand how kinetic versus thermodynamic control works. Okay, now I hope you understand. This is one of the one of the cases where we notice kinetic versus thermodynamic control. Okay, so this question can be asked directly in main and advanced as well, because it is common knowledge. Substitution of SO3H on naphthalene, it's common knowledge. Fine. Now you understand why it happens, how it happens. So there are a few more questions that I want to do with you before I wrap this class up. Okay, ज़्यादा time नहीं लूँगा मैं आज आपका. I think 45 minutes this class will be over. Already done with 40 minutes, so 5 more minutes. Let's just do these questions, practice, and get done with the class. ये वाला बताओ. What we are doing over here is we are taking a benzene and something and we are putting HF into it and heat. What should be the suitable product over here? Once again, it is electrophilic aromatic substitution. So think about what should be the product. High tech bro, I'm not sure if NEET will directly ask you a question on this, but since it is interesting, definitely attend the class, man. See, since your brain will be improving looking at this concept, your improvement in brain is obviously good for any examination, right? Chalo, batao. People, what should be the correct product over here? Kiran is saying if rhenium is less stable, is the compound most stable? No, not in every case, Kiran. That was just one of the cases where it happened, because the product had steric hindrance, the intermediate had resonance. Yeah, so it's just a coincidence over here, you can say that. It's not necessary in all cases. Most of the cases in nature, the stable, kya kehte hain, intermediate gives the stable product, but there are these some special cases as well, which I discussed for you. Tane, this is for electrophilic aromatic substitution. Sarah is saying, what's the best way to attempt the paper to qualify for sure? Sarah, the best way is to solve more questions in the paper so that you can qualify. Generally, just do your favorite chapter first. That's what I always suggest. That's what I've been suggesting in my career of teaching. Do your favorite subject first, next less favorite, last least favorite subject. More favorite subject, more will be your confidence solving its questions. That's what I suggest, okay? Chalo. Study TZZZ is saying, yes, JEE 2022 aspirants can watch them and they should watch them. Chalo ji. So, a lot of people are giving me the correct answer. Achyut and Rudra. Very nice. Srimathan is confused, but Srimathan almost there. Very good. ठीक है, बहुत बढ़िया. तो देखो, Tane, no, thermodynamic versus kinetic is not really observed in nucleophilic aromatic substitution, because nucleophilic aromatic substitution is a very specific reaction with a very specific number of products that have been researched on. Yeah, so this is applicable for electrophilic aromatic substitution only. We'll do classes of nucleophilic aromatic substitution later. Fine. Chalo. So यहाँ हो क्या रहा है दोस्तों? Very simple idea over here is that when you have this double bonded species, when you react it with HF, what's going to happen is that one of the pi bonds will get polarized. It will capture the H positive, giving you a carbocation as the electrophile. This is just the process of carbocation generation. Carbocation would generate over here, and this is the most stable carbocation. It doesn't need to rearrange, right? It's already a 3-degree carbocation, and you will get F negative on this side. Now this particular electrophile will go and attack the benzene ring. That's it. So when you attack this electrophile onto the benzene ring, क्या बन जाएगा आपके पास? You will have a case. इसके ऊपर ही बना देता हूँ मैं. Yeah. This is where the benzene ring will get attached. Yeah, यहाँ पे benzene ring लगा दो. That's the product. Which product is it? Product B. Okay. So it goes via this particular carbocation. That's it. Just had to notice the perfect carbocation, and the question is simple. Rajesh, thank you so much, man. ठीक है, बढ़िया. चलो. Now let's do this question. फटाफट से बताओ. Very simple question. There is multiple substitution being done. One substitution and another substitution. So first one, I'm pretty sure you're able to know what it is. Nitration. Second one is bromination. Tell me what should be the major product over here. Kiran is saying, why can't that proton attack the benzene? See, proton acting as an electrophile is a very unlikely process, because there is always something else that can grab it as a base. Yeah. So benzene being not a very good base, yeah, there are other things that attack H positive instead of the benzene itself. Fine. And of course, looking at the reaction, you can imagine what's going to happen. Also, if that proton attacked benzene directly, you would again get benzene. So what's the point of doing it? All these logical decisions make us do the carbocation version of the reaction. Okay. Yeah. Acha, Tane is saying D. So Tane, let me remind you that D is not possible over here. Why? Because see, product A, I'm pretty sure everyone knows, it's just a nitrobenzene, isn't it? Product A is a nitrobenzene, and the thing about nitrobenzene is that this is a deactivating group. Yeah, it is a deactivating group, so it has reduced the reactivity of benzene. Yeah, it's deactivating and it is meta directing. It reduces the electronic concentration on orthopara a lot, so it becomes meta directing. So since it is deactivating, multiple substitution of bromine is not possible. Okay, multiple substitution of bromine is not possible in this case because it is deactivating in nature. Fine, there will be only one substitution on benzene after nitro group is on it, and that will be at the meta position, giving you A as the major product. Fine. So High Tech has given the correct answer, Beast has given the correct answer, Rudra has given the correct answer, Janesh and Kiran have given the correct answer. Rajesh, I've already taken your name. If you are such a good fan, then you would be able to listen to me as well, no? Rajesh bro, give me an answer of the question. I will definitely take your name. Okay? Chalo. Cool. Now, let's go to the next question. What would be the major product obtained in this particular reaction? Karna kya hai? Of course, you have to do nitration. Of course, you have to do nitration. All right. Now, where should the nitration happen? On which benzene ring should the nitration happen? What do you guys think? Beast is saying option B. Okay. Anyone else? Anyone else? Anyone else? Kya baat hai? Very nice. So Nagaraj and Ayush and Srimathan are also saying the same. Dekho ji. See, we are doing nitration, okay? And it has not been told to us that we are forcing more nitrations. We are just doing one nitration, okay? Also, the left hand side ring over here is deactivated in nature. Do you understand? Yeah, this one is deactivated because oxygen is pulling electrons from it. Yeah, so doing substitution on this when there are other options available is not a good idea. There are other options available right now to us. Now the right hand side ring CH2, if you think about just its hyperconjugation is always an electron donating effect. Yeah, even though a slight electron donating effect, or hyperconjugation is an electron donating effect. Yeah, so because of that, the right hand side ring over here is, I can say, slightly activated in nature. Since it is slightly activated, that ring is the one that will face the attack. Best position for attack will be the para position, so that you don't have a lot of steric hindrance. Over here, if you do the nitro attack, let's say, there'll be a lot of steric hindrance eventually, which you don't want. So preferably you do the attack on the para position, getting option B as the correct answer. Fine. Why not option D? Because if we were taking excess of nitration, it would be written over here excess nitration. Also, when you already have the option of attacking an activated ring, why to attack a deactivated ring? Already. Rudrash, okay, Rudrashish is now saying if we have excess of a reagent, Assuming that we force the second nitration, where should the other nitro go? Then if we force the nitration for the second time, this would be the product, because it is a deactivating meta directing group. Yeah, so this is ortho to this group, this is meta to this group. Alrighty, in that case D would be the correct answer. Chalo. Last case of today, and this is a very common question that will be asked in JEE Main as well. So in the first case, you take Br2 in the place of FeBr3 or just iron. Yeah, Br2 in the case of iron is also okay because it forms FeBr3, which can give you the necessary electrophile. And the second case, you are doing the same reaction, but the solvent is different. You are taking the solvent as CS2, carbon disulfide. The only difference over here is water is a protic solvent, polar protic. This is a non-polar solvent. And what you're doing the reaction with in both cases is phenol. Chifu, you know I haven't. Beast, wow man, thank you so much. Rudrashish, absolutely correct. High tech, that's absolutely correct. So the first case over here with phenol, see, phenol is highly activated. Okay, phenol is highly activated because OH group has a beautiful plus M effect. So when you do these reactions in water, water can very easily stabilize the carbocation formed as well. Yeah, you know, polar protic solvents are great for charged intermediates. So the thing is, in the first case, because the ring is so highly activated, it is observed in the laboratory that you would get not just one, not just two, but actually 3 bromines on top of phenol. So scientists were like, I don't want 3 bromines, I just want 1 bromine. So someone told them, just use a non-polar solvent. The reaction will not be that fast in a non-polar solvent. Yeah, polar protic solvent, reaction will happen very well. Non-polar solvent, even though the ring is activated, the reaction conditions are very bad. So only 1 bromination will happen. Second, third bromination, very difficult for it to happen. So the product that you will get, major product over here, will be the para product. Minor product will be the ortho product. So Srimathan now is saying, but where is excess written? So Srimathan, this is such a common reaction that even though excess is not written over here, you assume it to be excess. See, organic chemistry, inorganic chemistry is something that you will get better at after a lot of practice and experience. Now I have told you this particular case. This is what is observed in the laboratory. It is such a common case that we don't need to write excess over here, because as a chemist, as a smart scientist, you automatically understand what is the case that we are referring to in this particular scenario. Okay, all right. Chifuyu, I'll answer you again. No, I haven't been there. Shivam, all the best for that, man. And I have a couple of question solving sessions and an all the best motivation session planned for you guys before your examination this week. Yeah. So I'll see you then as well. Tomorrow 9:30 is the advanced level question solving class. Tanay, steric inhibition of resonance. I'll give you an article to read about. Just go to Wikipedia and read about ortho effect. Ortho effect is based out of steric inhibition of resonance, and once you see it over there on Wikipedia, you'll be able to understand it very well. Fine, so just go have a look at it. High-tech dicing, what's the reactivity of alcohols towards acid catalyzed esterification? Bro, think about it. Yeah, in the case of acid catalyzed esterification, alcohols have to attack as nucleophiles, basically, isn't it? Alcohols have to attack as nucleophiles. So nucleophilic tendency will be higher in which case? Think about it. Yeah. Abhish, you will have to put a lot of efforts, but definitely you can crack it. Likhit, for KVPY, just make sure you do a lot of previous year questions of KVPY. There are books available for chapter-wise previous year questions of KVPY. You go for it. Okay, chalo. So people, that's it for electrophilic aromatic substitution. Covered very interesting cases with you today. This is something that is taught in coaching institutes and advanced level classes. This one is common, the one that I showed you at last, but everything else that we've done today is very interesting. And if you enjoyed the session, then please make sure you hit the thumbs up button. I will remind you that for organic chemistry series that we are doing on this channel, next class is on Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. And in that class, we will be looking at the SN1 reaction mechanism. So I'm going to see you on Wednesday for the next class. Please subscribe to the channel. And yeah, that's it. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Take care.